Hi, this is Glenn McGrew. For most of my life, plastic has been a great convenience for humans. And it's also created a great deal of problems because a lot of the plastic gets thrown out carelessly or it gets washed out to sea, and there are humongous islands of plastic waste, styrofoam and whatnot, floating in the ocean. These things may become a place for certain animals to rest, such as seabirds, but they are in general a problem for the ocean, although there are animals that adapt to it and live within it. But there are other animals that think it's food and try to eat it and are either unable to expel it from their bodies and die of starvation, or they become trapped in it and die as a result of the entrapment. But let's talk about for us. Are plastics a good thing? Well, it depends on how you're using plastic. Now, I'm going to focus on eating and drinking for this because there are a lot of other ways in which plastics can be very beneficial. But I'd like to talk about plastic containers that we use to store food and beverages. If you have food that is still hot, especially, but also warm, and you put it into a plastic container, even if it's a food grade plastic container, what's happening is that the heat of your food is potentially destabilizing the chemical composition of the plastic and causing some of the plastic compounds in it to come into your food, to mix with your food. This is not so much of a threat if it's warm, but it is still a possibility. It also does depend on what kind of plastic was used in the making of the product. And if the food that you're putting in there is cold, the risk is low unless there's a chemical reaction between the food and the plastic, which can still cause a problem in that you will be getting plastic in your food. Now, scientists have done some research and they discovered that people who routinely use plastic or buy food in plastic have a lot of plastic compounds stored up in their bodies, but that mostly these products can be flushed out by avoiding plastic in their lives in terms of using them for food storage and carrying food and things like that. They've also found that plastic, if you avoid using it for warm foods and hot foods, then it's a lot safer. But let's talk about having water in a bottle and then leaving that bottle in the car. Now, obviously, this bottle of water, unless you stick it in the microwave or something, is not a hot bottle, right? But if you think about it, how hot does your car get when you get in it? Well, a car can get well over 100 degrees. Have you ever had a bottle of water or a cup of water and it tasted kind of funky, as if the plastic were in it? Well, that's exactly what has happened. So when you leave your bottle of water in the car to the point where it heats up hot enough, the plastic starts to decompose and mix with your water. So you're actually drinking plastic water, so to speak. So it's really a good idea to avoid leaving these things in your car. Even if it's not a hot day, it can still get hot enough to cause this reaction to occur. Best thing is, take it with you wherever you're going, or just throw it out and get a new one, or throw out the water that's in there, rinse it, and then fill it up again. Something like that. But don't drink the water if it's become warm, because you're getting plastic compounds in your beverage. So that's all for right now. I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you. Please think carefully about what you're doing, and also think if you're having problems with lethargy and other problems, it may be because of the formaldehyde that's in a lot of different products in your house and in your environment. Formaldehyde gases can be leaking out and causing an adverse reaction for you. Thank you. Bye.